Today we've got Naya Paragon. This is another homebrewed deck. I just finished fine-tuning it. I've playtested it a healthy amount. This is the third variation of the deck, and I found a lot of success with it, including on the Mythic ladder already. I played some best of 1 and some best of 3s, and overall it's really solid. So we've got 23 lands and 2 Bushwhack, which brings us to about 24 lands, which is probably the right number. And I've called it Naya Paragon because most of the deck is recurable with Serra Paragon, and we're playing that as a 4 of. So that's one of our main value engines. And then we've got 4 of these Briarbridge Tracker, which recurring them with Paragon ends up giving you 2 draws. Then Fables. Fable is the only red in the deck, that's what makes it Naya, and we have some awesome late game interactions with Fable the Mirror Breaker copying Silverback Elders or Workshop Warchiefs. It's kind of the whole reason that these guys are in there. I kind of want to have another Worst Chief in there, but the way it is working really fine, so we're going to keep going like this. The 2 Naturalists have proven actually amazing. Like, even though this card, I've only ever seen it before in Selesnya Enchantments, in here, it does the thing. You know, making Spirited Companion cost 1, 4 Circles of Confinement is extremely important, and when those cost 1, it really lets you double spell on, like, turn 3 and 4. You know, you do that for 1, and then you cast another 2-drop. We got 3 copies of Gala Greeters. Most of the time, early you're making tokens, and then once you start to get stable, you start growing it with counters, but then other times it gains you life, and that's really important too. So, overall, grindy deck, strong, super strong mid-range. Like, it actually beats some control decks because of its ability to rebuild. Like, if I just hold a Serra Paragon in hand and make them deal with the board state, they board wipe, and it doesn't matter. Serra Paragon comes right back. And one more thing that's awesome against aggro is these 3 Cabaretti Courtyards. You play it, it gains you 1 life, and then by turn 4, if you can recur it, you cast Serra Paragon with a treasure that you get from either the Gala Greeters or the Fable, and then turn 4, you recur the Cabaretti Courtyard with the Serra Paragon passive, and then that gains you 3 life, 2 life from the Serra Paragon and then 1 from the Courtyard, and just gaining 3 life on landfall triggers or land ETBs is really huge. So let's see. We're gonna play some best of 1s and then maybe some best of 3s after. So we're gonna start it off with a best of 1 match. See how that goes. One of the hardest things about this deck is knowing whether or not your hand is good against opponent. Like, sometimes I have a hand that's really good against mid-range or control, but would get beat by aggro, and then vice versa happens as well. But here we are. We only have 2 colors in our hand. One of them from Bushwhack, but I think I'll keep it. We'll play Forest turn 1, go get a white mana, and then we could start making treasures with Gala Greeter. So it looks not keepable, but I think it is. Hopefully opponent doesn't have a 1-drop and isn't too aggressive. He does. It's not the worst thing. Like, I would have rather seen Devolved Sleeper than a Phoenix Chick or a Recruitment Officer, any kind of like really aggressive deck. If it's mono black aggro, I think we have a good chance. So, do I want to play Naturalist or Gala Greeters first? I don't want to just start making treasures as soon as possible. So let's start with the Gala Greeter. I don't really want to use the Beseju channel to kill the Bankbuster. Although it's good to kill the Bankbuster if we give opponent an extra land this early. That's just too much value. You gotta save this for something that's actually threatening to win the game for them. No. No. That was a good draw. Now we know that if the Gala Greeters are removed, we have Extraction Specialist to bring them back. Let's go and just drop a Fable, and we'll make a treasure. Mono black does crazy things. I find like one of the cards that really swings the tempo in this variation, or in an opponent's deck, is Invoke Despair. That's what I was looking for. A lot of times if they just drop Invoke Despair and you have to sack 3 things, they gain life, or you lose life, they draw cards. It's pretty huge. But as long as we're expecting the Invoke Despair, we could definitely play around it. And opponent's stuck on 3 lands anyways, so I think we're in a good spot here. Let's discard these 2. We want to just get deeper into the deck, and having things in the graveyard is good. And notice both the cards I discard were less than 3 CMC, so when we hit Serra Paragon eventually, we can recur it. And now we have a double spell turn set up as well. But instead of... I'm not going to Circle of Confinement any of the sleepers. I don't think that's worth. We're going to start with the Tracker. Make another treasure from the Gala Greeter. And then we'll just keep the 2 mana up. 1 from the untapped treasure to draw an extra card. I'll save Circle of Confinement for once he's grown one of the evolved sleepers. You know, once he put a bunch of mana into one of them, then it's worth removing. Until then, I'm kind of unbothered by them. Okay. I think we're good to sack the Gala Greeter here.
One of your friends has to leave.
We are pretty comfortable. So let's draw an extra card. This is the mono black aggro, and since he did not run us over, I'm pretty sure we are going to run them over. Opponent could have 2 removal spells in hand and kill 2 things, but it's really tempting to just play Silverback Elder. Let's go ahead and just double spell for now. We'll play Circle of Confinement on the 2/2 sleeper. We'll see if he crews the Bankbuster in response. Opponent does decide to crew. Smart. Honestly, I'm going to offer him the trade. The Tracker already got us value. We drew a card off of it. Bankbuster has 2 counters on it. That's good for us. And now we'll play the Beseju because we need it to come in untapped. We'll play Extraction. Oh, didn't realize we don't have any white. I should have played the Courtyard. That's okay. It's not all bad. We get to recur anyways. Now opponent's in trouble. I think he knows it. We'll discard the Courtyard. It sucks a bit, but we still have good targets. We could copy Extraction Specialist and get back the Naturalist. Let's do that. Let's copy this. Make a treasure. Mana is important. And on the second one, we'll start growing the Greeters. Not too worried about our life total. And we're going to attack with both. So Lily should be dead here. Does he want to trade the Trespasser for the Specialist? Any game where Reflections of Kiki-Jiki comes on the board without being removed, it's a pretty huge advantage for us. I love this deck, man. I love the homebrew decks. It just feels so rewarding when they do the thing. So we'll play the Fable. And I'm going to just keep the Courtyard in hand. 2 reasons. If he plays another Liliana and pluses it, I don't want to have to discard Silverback Elder. And then secondly, on the second trigger of Fable, we could discard the Courtyard. But hey, no need, we win. So GG, game 1. We'll go to game 2. Ooh, number 393. This guy's pretty high ranked. So after that win we just had in best of 1, we are trying a best of 3 match. And we couldn't keep that hand, only had 1 land. And this is dangerous as well, like, we only have 2 lands. If we draw 1 more of any land, we could cast Briarbridge, which will let us investigate next turn. We're on the draw. Man, I guess I'll try it. We'll put back the Silverback Elder. It's a risky keep. It's not a land, but it's a decent card. It does make treasures if it's not removed. We'll start with the Gala Greeter. Make disappear. Okay. Opponent on a powerful Grixis list. Yeah. The standard good stuff. And we whiff on the land draw again. Over 3. Let's see. That's a land. Now we just need 1 more land and we could cast or play lands from the graveyard with Serra Paragon. We'll get our second white since we have double green already. Opponent already way ahead though. They were on the play, plus they didn't maul, and they got an unanswered Fable down. And mana from it. Oof. This card is so broken on the play. And then a Shielded on top of it. We're in trouble, everyone. We're in big trouble here. We'll play the top land and play the Briarbridge. We need an answer to Shieldred. Oh, before the token comes in, he's going to cut him down. Yeah. He's a 2-3 until the clue comes in. So that sucks. I was hoping to trade with the Shieldred if it attacked. The Briarbridge is going to hold it back through the double block. Guess we'll just use the companion to block 4 damage. I don't think it'll have much more value than that. We need some mana. Some more mana. Ooh, man. So I don't want to miss a land drop. So I'll play, like... I could play Circle of Confinement, but it doesn't deal with the Shieldred. Oh, man, I don't know. It's actually tempting. Play Circle of Confinement and Selfless Samurai, get rid of Reflections. We don't really want opponent to be getting... to use Reflections of Kiki-Jiki. But we don't want to be missing land drops either. So let's go over all the plays. Circle of Confinement and Selfless Samurai. Circle first. That way if he's holding Make Disappear, he could only counter the Samurai. Or he could sack a thing and get me anyways. No, I think we'll go for the highest upside play, which is Serra Paragon gain 3 life. We'll gain life from Cabaretti entering, and then another one from Serra Paragon. But yeah, that's okay. No matter what we played, he could pay the casualty cost on Make Disappear. So I think we're dead here. Good game. Opponent can get in for 10, and then we take 2 damage on the Shielded draw. There was no way to play around that. Powerful list from opponent. We'll bring in Lauren of the Third Path as a proactive card that deals with enchantments. We'll take out 2 Circles of Confinement because they miss Shieldred and we care about killing big stuff. I'm also going to take out Touch the Spirit Realm. And we're going to get some defensive cards in here. I think I want to take 2 Lauren's Escapes in. But we know that the Grixis list runs a ton of removal. So having Lauren's Escape for 1 mana can be really good. Keep us in the game. Selfless Samurais are good too against removal. We'll come down 1 companion and 1 more Touch the Spirit Realm. So we've changed our deck around a lot to be a lot less reactive and a lot more aggressive. Hopefully that gives us the edge we need. This hand is a bit slow, but it does do things. So we'll go Bushwhack, search for plains, get our double white for the Paragon. We'll go Courtyard. Courtyard for another white. Bankbuster, okay. Happy to not have to play around. Make it disappear. Game 1 was just rough. No choice to maul. Then we kept a shady hand. And opponent had the nuts. You're just not meant to win all the games. Tetsudo Kobayashi. I wonder what he's thinking about. Corpse Appraiser with no targets? It does seem a little bit shady. Let's play Serra Paragon. Selfless Samurai. We're gonna attack with the Tracker. Now he might think that we might sack the Samurai to protect it, but we're not. Selfless Samurai's job right now is to protect Serra Paragon when it comes in. We're going to play the basic mountain there so that we have 2 mana to sack the clue. Keep the tempo up, draw cards. Opponent's got a Bankbuster, so he's got to draw cards, so I'm going to try to match him. And he's going to leave all his mana up. And a Braid. Okay. So opponent playing very well here. He's got 2 mana for Make Disappear, but then also 2 mana for Bankbuster. So if there's nothing to counter, he's still fine. So if Serra Paragon gets countered, we're out of gas. We cannot gas out. We'll lose the game if we do. So I'll play land first, Naturalist. Essentially can't be countered because I got the mana to pay. And then we'll pass the turn, he'll draw. And we could cycle Jetmir's Gardens on his turn. Really want to see a Shieldred or something that involves opponent spending mana. Oh, he knows we're playing around something. Okay, good draws. So we have 2 mana to pay for Make Disappear. So let's go ahead and play the Fable. We're gonna discard the plains. Should we discard plains to Fable Chapter 2? I think so. We have double white, we might as well get to more proactive cards. One gets to draw. If he plays Invoke Despair, that's his best play. We lose the token and the Fable. He doesn't have it. He's gonna dig for it. He does have the 4 black he would need. So he doesn't need lands, he just needs Invoke. Opponent's left up 2 mana every turn since turn 3. So you have to assume that he has Make Disappear. I'm going to get rid of the Seat as well as the Plains. But I think Boseju's better. Alright, Fable is the higher upside card. So we're going to start with Fable. If we play Gala Greeters first to try to get the extra counter, the extra treasure from the token entering, then he has the... We don't have the mana to pay for Make Disappear. So now we'll play Gala Greeters as a bait card. Please cast your Make Disappear. Won't smart enough to realize that's a bait. It's pretty tough to play around Make Disappear for a whole game when opponent has a Bankbuster out. Because every time I don't play into it, he just gets to draw. And now look at him with a mitt full of 8 cards. It happens. Opponent left the mana up every turn. It's scary stuff. What sucks is not knowing if I'm just playing scared for nothing. You know, I could be afraid of something he doesn't have. Now he has the board to sacrifice things to Make Disappear for the casualty cost. Is he considering Invoke Despair now? If he does it, we sack. Enough. Okay, he doesn't do it. Alright. Create a token, treasure token. Then Summit 0, I'm happy with this hand here. We'll play this land for turn. We have 2 mana to pay. But we don't have any green mana now, or white mana to hold up Lauren's Escape. If I attack with these guys to get a treasure, I could hold up Lauren's Escape. But that token will die. I think it's worth it. I think we'll make 1 treasure token for Lauren's. We'll end the turn there. The opponent played super well. Tetsudo. I guess you should expect that from rank number 400. He's obviously not queuing up to lose games by misplaying. Shout out to Tetsudo. Cruise it up. His turn to get aggressive. Not too worried about taking a bit of damage here on 20 life. I'm going to start growing the greeters now. We'll play a Fable. Get a treasure token. Then just play out our hand. Play a Selfless Samurai. In response, does he try to kill the Reflection? He does not. Gain 2 life. And then we still have Lauren's Escape. So we're gonna just pass the turn here. What does opponent have to do with all that mana? He has an Abrade. That's fine. No problem, we could take 3 damage. If you double block their opponent has removal for you for sure. Brotherhood's End. Darn opponent. Opponent got us here. We have 2 mana to pay for the casualty, but he has another removal spell or a counter spell. He's happy to sack his stuff to pay the casualty cost. Make him do it. He doesn't. He lets it resolve. A little bit surprising. Scry land to the bottom. Reflections lives. Now what? Shielded? Invoke Despair. Disgusting. Well, it looks like we lose in 2 here. It was a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Like, this Grixis list is very good. Opponent playing a top tier deck just one-upped us pretty solidly. You know, if I play it, it gets countered. If I don't play it, he draws with Bankbuster. And it was just like that all game. Another Adeline. Not where we want to be. An opponent's value engine is just online. So, good game. We'll try another best of 3. I'm really unsatisfied with that. But first, let's make a little change to the sideboard here. I have 4 cards that protect creatures from instant speed removal for 1 mana. And I don't think I need that many. I think the better ones of what I have are the ones for the mono-red matchup that gain 2 life. Cameo's Safekeeping. These are essentially the same card, just this one gains 2 life and this one scries 1. But, oops. We're gonna take the, we're gonna keep the Tameo Safekeeping because mono-red burn, gaining life is big. I definitely want 3 Candle Traps in the sideboard still. We've returned to Natures to deal with artifacts and enchantments. Would be good against the matchup we just played. Maybe I should have brought some of those in. A little bit of a mistake on the sideboarding. And then, what else do we want to have in the sideboard for when we want to, you know, outvalue control matchups and other mid-range matchups? Maybe another Bankbuster. I think I sideboarded wrong against Grixis. I think I should be bringing in, like, grindy elements, bring in Bankbusters, bring in Return to Natures. What else? I got one more slot in the sideboard here. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what direction to go in. Fateful Absence. It's not great. A Spirited Companion. Alright. That's good. We'll try again. Yeah, game 1, opponent had the nuts. We had a bad maul. He had to play. Turn 2, we had to play, but he had the turn 2 Bankbuster, leaving mana up every turn. Maybe what I should do in those cases is just try to play into it. And then if opponent If opponent doesn't have it, it resolves, and if he has it, we get it out of his hand. Oh well. Play different next time. Start with a Jetmir's Garden. Then what am I going to search for with Bushwhack? I guess a second green. Good draw. Go get a green. And then into play, we'll put another white mana. This deck is essentially Selesnya, just with a splash for the Fable. So as long as you have one red mana source on board, you're good. You don't need to ever search for more. Then we'll play the forest he knows about. And put down the Mirror Breaker. Opponent's got Gopher Throat or something, so Adeline is a lot worse. At least the Fable, he removes the token and then it still does something. Cut down, okay. So I guess we'll discard 2 lands, right? Is it Esper Legends? Or is it Orzhov Control? Orzhov Legends? Let's actually discard one of the Adelines and this Plains. Our legendaries are just bad in multiples, so don't feel too bad discarding that. And we'll just slam a second Fable. And reap the rewards if they're not answered. Tempted to just discard 2 cards again. Even though everything in our hand is good, even the land. We just want to get to Serra Paragons and get to proactive stuff. Okay, that's incentive to be aggressive. I'm just going to draw a bunch of cards off the Bank Buster. Gains a life. Alright, let's discard Forest and Greeters. Yeah. We'll play Ajanos. We'll attack to make the treasure and see if he wants to trade. Oh wait, he could just crew the Bank Buster. So forget that. Let's go ahead and start making some treasures. Play a Greeter. And we'll play the Adeline. Now, opponent is going to want to remove the reflections. Otherwise, we're going to blow them up next turn. We have the treasure token here already. We'll play Workshop Warchief, make a copy of him. And that's one of the nastiest interactions our deck has. Like, it's so powerful. Invoke Despair. That's not going to cut it, my friend. Whenever you make a copy of Workshop Warchief, you still sack it at the end, so it leaves behind a 4/4 warrior. That's just very strong. Well, its whole board grows, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Let's show them what we're made of here. Play the Warchief. Gala Greeters is going to get all the counters, or all the triggers, I mean, this turn. So it doesn't matter which one you pick, you're getting them all. Reflections, make a Warchief. This time we're going to get a token. And we'll attack with this guy for sure. I don't think Adeline needs to attack. If we lose Adeline, we just lose out on making 1/1s. So let him eat the 1/1. He'll probably just eat the 5 damage as well. Or, I mean, he'll take the 5 damage and just block the 1/1, so that's okay. Our board state is going to grow like this every single turn till he deals with the reflections. And that's good. We get our 4/4. Now, if we draw an untapped land, any color. We could play Silverback Elder and then cast Spirited Companion, which will give us the trigger instantly on cast. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. That's definitely what we're going for. Gaining 4 life. Well, we're at 27. We're good. Look at the top 5. Put a land card in. Ramp. Yeah, we're also good. Gala Greeters is ramping us. We've already played out our hand. So that's where we're at. We really want to draw land to double spell and destroy an enchantment. Now we have to decide what's more valuable. Creatures get 1/+1/+1, or potentially drawing 3 cards down the line. He could draw 1 in response. Rest in peace, Kiki-Jiki. Okay. Kiki-Jiki did his thing, man. I think getting rid of the card draw is going to be the move here. Oh, it's tapped land. Sad day. Let's just cast him anyways. We want to put a counter on the Gala Greeter, so he trades with the Sadistic Pilgrim. Now we'll attack with everything. One either has to double block to get anything killed, or he's going to lose his Sadistic Pilgrim unless it chumps the 1/1. Probably his best block is chump the 1/1 with his 3/3, and then double block the Gala Greeters with the 2 tokens. But opponent decides he'd rather protect his board state as much as possible. This kind of shows me that he might have another Alas Ilcore. This guy. He might have another one of this guy in his hand, since he was so willing to trade with it. And I'll keep the Jetmir's Garden to cycle. I wonder why it matches up with a diamond opponent. This is the first opponent I've had that was not Mythic since I've been to Mythic. I feel like the game's pretty good at consistently giving you people your own rank. Yeah, where's your Messiah now? Opponent basically had no choice but to get rid of that. He acknowledged it right away. But it leaves him super vulnerable. And a Gix. So that can crew the Bankbuster on its own. And then he has 2 1/1s. We're just going to keep the pressure on here. I think we've got him. We'll grow the Gala Greeters once again. Then it'll trade with anything, including the Bankbuster. We'll attack with all. Oh, hello. We'll just get rid of the Yawgmoth. Opponent crews in response. We expected that. Opponent needs to draw something huge that's going to save him. Trades with the 4/4 that's getting me value. Chumps that. Goes to 1. So we're going to play the Brushland. That way we have 3 mana to cycle the gardens. An opponent needs something to bring himself back into this game. So, creature, the War Chief, because it's going to make a 4/4, and then enchantment. The reason I don't sack the companion is because he's an enchantment. So when it comes to the creature, I want to have this for an enchantment to sack. Otherwise he gets back his Gix. And one of any removal spell will do it. That's not it. Okay. Do this. Attack with both. We'll keep up the Beseju. We'll do it on his turn before the wedding announcement triggers. Opponent's on 1. Even a board wipe doesn't save him, since I have the Selfless Samurai. And that's why you put the stop right there. Game 1. So, wedding announcements, bank busters. How do we sideboard against this guy? Okay, 1 cut down, not too much targeted removal. Well, he's not aggro, so let's go for value. Okay, let's take out 2 circles of confinement. Let's take out all 4 circles, since those are really the survive cards. Let's bring in 2 bank busters, the Lauren, and 1 return to nature. Seems good. Kind of want the 3rd bank buster. What can I take out for it? One of the Gala Greeters, one of the Spirited Companions. I think one of the companions is fine. Bank buster's going to replace it as the card drawing source. I like this. The opponent wasn't very aggressive last game. I think this is a fine keep. I'm going to draw a ton of cards. Turn 2 bank buster, turn 3 Fable. Turn 4 draw a bunch of cards, or draw and cast a bank buster. Feeling good here. Adeline is extremely aggressive. The vigilance is so good on that card. One of the best synergies in the deck is Adeline with Gala Greeters. Once you have those 2 on the board, you're just making at least 2 creatures every turn, and that's huge. All of a sudden, Gala Greeters making mana, gaining life. Oh, the mirror box, okay. So it is a Orzhov Legend combo deck. So we block that. I gotta read the mirror box. I haven't played against it very much. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1. Simple. Legend Lord. Each non-token creature you control gets +1 for each other creature you control with the same name. Isn't that interesting? Wouldn't mind an untapped land here. Let's discard our own Adeline. Although it's a good jump blocker. And the bank buster. Okay, untapped land. We hit it. So let's play our Samurai. And then we could draw with the bank buster. Potentially crew the bank buster as well. Ooh la la. Whenever another non-token dies, return it to his hand. How do we even remove that? We have to fight it with the Bushwhack. We don't have anything big enough to fight it yet. Let's draw a card. We are at risk of being aggroed out. We drew all 3 of the bank busters. Ouch. The only way we could actually get rid of the Forgotten Archangel, which we really want to do badly, is if he blocks with the Bankbuster with it, and we sack Selfless Samurai to the Bankbuster, and then we fight the Lysa Forgotten Archangel. The only problem with that play is if he doesn't block it, then it's a whole waste of a play. It's counting on an opponent making a mistake, and you should never play Magic counting on an opponent to mess up. So we're gonna play the Cabaretti. We'll go get our second white. Play a Bankbuster. Ship the turn. Yeah, she. Orzhov Legends. Cool deck. Opponent, cool deck. Starts off with the draw. That's good. We were sick of his aggression. If we're going to crew and block, we're going to crew with the one that has more counters on it, because we want to work towards getting that last counter off Bankbuster. Make the token, get the 1/1 to crew. Next turn, we're going to gain 3 life from Serra Paragon. Playing the Cabaretti out of the graveyard. Now, let's crew this guy up. Tapping down these 2. What if he has the Wandering Emperor? I'm gonna tap like this in case of the Wandering Emperor. No. Even if he has the Wandering Emperor. Hang on, yes. I'm gonna tap it like this. If he has the Wandering Emperor and he +1s the token that I block with Reflections, then... Oh, shoot. That thing is massive still. I forgot it was going to grow by 1. I thought the Bankbuster was going to be able to bounce with it. Let's just chump. Let's just chump it. Oh, this exiles creatures that would die. Gotta read the whole card. So that just exiles it. So Indestructible doesn't even do it. Okay. Opponent sacked his Adeline to do that. So that's good for us. Let's do this. Cabaretti Courtyard. Get a Plains. And we're going to attack with both here. Whenever he attacks alone, he gets lifelink, but I really want the the treasure from the shaman. So attacking with both is the play. Good stuff. Now we have the mana to take the last counter off the Bank Buster. We're almost stable. I love that Serra Paragon interaction. Cabaretti from the graveyard, gain a life from it, gain 2 from this. From 9 to 12. That's a big deal when you're taking 4 damage per turn. What happened to the mirror box? Is that what he sacked? Oh, I get it. He sacked mirror box to Rite of Oblivion, and then his creatures got -1, and Adeline died post combat. That's what it was. Let's just draw now. Nothing else to do. I think we got this game. We're at a 2-0 this guy. Ooh, good draw. Let's go Serra Paragon. Bankbuster or Adeline? Let's bust the bank. Jetmir's Gardens. Keeping the pilot back to crew the Bankbuster in case we need to. I will definitely use the 2 treasures I have to draw a card from the Bankbuster that just came in. Let's sack this guy. Opponent should have done that after combat, because I might not have blocked the Lisa with the knowing the value of my Serra Paragon. Unless he just has a removal spell for it. If he does and he's slow rolling us, that is impolite. Never do that, guys. I'm pointing my finger. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Hits she. Okay. Block there, go to 3. I'll draw a card from this guy. Now, more life gain, please. We're sitting a little bit close to the danger zone. Good draw. Definitely want to play... Okay. So, touch the Spirit Realm. Get rid of the Lisa. Lisa. They should make a Lisa Simpson alternate art for this skin. Brilliant idea. Trust me, that'll sell. And I want to gain life as soon as possible, but damn. This game's tough. Do that, and then cast the Fable for 2. Actually, let's gain a couple life, just in case something happens. We're gonna fight the lifelink creature we have with the 1/1. That'll shrink the Adeline. So now the Goblin Shaman can safely attack. So we'll do that. Attack with 3 in the air too. Yeah, we're gonna have enough blockers. Chipping on opponent. And then 2 mana, reduced by 1 from the Naturalist for the Fable. Love that interaction. Part of the reason that he's in here is making Fable cost 2 is really good. So we gain 2 life. I think that puts us just out of the danger zone. Opponent gets Lisa back. It's not too bad. What a grindy game. I do not want to lose this one after all this. I don't care about opponent gaining life, I just care about opponent dealing damage to me. Don't hurt me, bro. Let's be friends. God, I want to draw the Silverback. Start gaining 4 life every time I cast a creature. I know he's going to get Adeline back here. But watch this. Opponent's got a 5 power creature, so I'm going to double block with these 2. No, I don't need to. I really wanted the lifelink from the Naturalist, but I could get it on the 1/1 there. This game would have been so over if opponent didn't misplay sacking Mirror Box earlier. If he just sacked the Adeline instead, he had us. Do you have a Wandering Emperor? Oh, Seat. I'm surprised he does that. Adeline just goes back to his hand anyways. Okay. We have 7 mana. Please, let's hit the Silverback. Gain 4 life. It's gonna be thick. The Silverback's a 1-of in the deck, but sometimes you just really want him. I don't think I want him bad enough to discard any of these things. They're all too good. Okay, touch the Spirit Realm for sure. Get rid of Lisa. And then with the remaining 5 mana, Workshop War Chief. Let's do that. Gain 3, back up to 10. 3 cards in hand with Serra Paragon in play. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we got him. Keep on hitting him for 3. It's been risky topping Serra Paragon the last 2 turns. But always have Wandering Emperor. That's good for opponent's board. That puts us on a clock. Okay. Selfless Samurai. And then we're going to protect either the Reflections or the Workshop. Best we can. We'll get our graveyard value. And then cast Spirited Companion? No, we'll cast another Fable. One comes in, does nothing. We're gonna go to 6 next turn from taking the shield or damage. Let's cast the Fable. We don't want to draw from Spirited Companion. Don't want to take any extra damage while we're still on 6. But we definitely have the board state to do favorable blocks. Plus the Samurai to protect whatever we have to. And the next turn, Reflections on War Chief. The combo is on. The combo is on, boys. It's a long-ass game. 16 minutes left on my clock. 13 on opponents. We've hung in there. We were down to 3 life. And he's hit us for a good amount of damage since then. It's going to take forever to get opponent down from 30. If I draw a land, do I bin it to the Fable? Take an extra 2 damage? Empty. Not that low. Not that low. Plus, I know I'm going to be gaining Reflection life. Opponent decides it's time for him to get aggressive. We're fine with that. Lisa's off the battlefield. Right, so now that Lisa's gone, we don't mind losing things that we could cast again with the Serra Paragon. Selfless Samurai. Naturalist. I'm getting aggressive. He says everything. We gotta win now. I will trade with the Shielded for sure. I can't lose the War Chief or the Reflections, and I don't really care about anything else. Oh, wait a second. Whenever another creature you control dies, each opponent loses a life. If I kill everything on his board, I will die. Wow. Good thing I read Elastil Core. So what do we definitely want to kill? Definitely want to kill Shieldred. Definitely want to gain 2 life and have the Naturalist live. Or we could just have the Naturalist die, chomp the biggest thing, cast it next turn. I think we're good. I think we could block however we want now. Yeah, we're good. We gained 2 life there, and we killed the Shieldred. So we won't take 2 damage next turn. We go up to 10. We're good. We didn't kill a couple of his things. Oh, the Plaza of Heroes. Whoops, forgot about that one. That's okay. I think we're still gonna go to 1 or 2. Oh, plus we get the life gain from Adeline from the Serra Paragon. Oh, we're good. We're way good. We're gonna end up at 5 life. 6 life. I'm factoring in losing 2 life from Shieldred next turn. Discard nothing. Damn, now the Shieldred is 1 life out of reach from making the War Chief fight it. Do this right now. Get that guy in. We'll attack with this War Chief and the Paragon. Opponent knowing that the War Chief is going to die at the end of turn makes him not want to block it. Doesn't care about it. So he just takes 5. Now we're going to make it fight, of course. Since it's dying anyways. Do we want the core out of here? I think so, right? The Adeline's a bit annoying too. It's a 6-5 right now. Let's get rid of this guy though. Nah, the Adeline. Ugh, such a hard decision. It's gonna be the Adeline. She's huge. Harder to block. Does he pay Plaza of Heroes to protect the Adeline? He might. Sides against it. Go down to 8. And then we'll play the Naturalist. And just play mana efficiently. The Tracker. And good thing to know is the Naturalist will gain 2 life in combat from lifelink, but also 2 life for dying from Serra Paragon. I feel good about this game. I feel like we need something to bust down the walls. Like, opponent has gained so much life. He's on 32. God, I do not want to go to a game 3. I want to win this one. We don't like that. Another Lisa. Up to 37. No attacks this time. Companion, go to 4. We'll keep in mind that we could Reflections the Workshop War Chief at any time. Nothing in the graveyard we could even cast with this or play with it. And now that Lisa's back out, everything's getting exiled again. So we'll pass the turn, then on his end step, we'll use the Reflections. This is a tough game. I feel like our turns are fast and opponents are take ages, but maybe that's because I'm impatient. While I'm making decisions, I'm having fun. Don't realize how long it takes. Now, opponents played 3 minutes more than us. It's hardly anything. But with board states like this, you gotta just know that you could definitely win, even when they look solid and you're on 4 life. You have to be patient. Don't scoop. Wait around. Okay, opponent's being impatient. Excellent. He has Plaza of Heroes again, but let's make him use it. So, defensive Workshop, gain 3 life. We're up to 7. Put a stop on our upkeep in case we make it there. So, we definitely want to kill this Lisa. That's super important. We want to get rid of this guy. 5, 6, 7. That's 7 damage for the Shieldred. Then that'll gain 2 life there. And we want to stop killing things. I'm not going to do the full math here. If I die from it, I die from it. Let's see, 1, 2. Fuck it, I'll do the math. Pardon my language. Oh wait, these guys are double blocking the same guy. Wow, that was close. We almost let one of these guys through. So, I'll gain 2 life and I'll go to 9. And then I'll take 1, 2, 3. This one will live so I won't take damage. 4, 5. I'll take 5 damage. This should be good. I should be good not to die. And if I have to on my upkeep, I'll make the tokens of the War Chief Warrior, Work Chop War Chief, Pork Chop Rhino. Oh, he does Plaids of Heroes on the Lisa, of course. Damn it. I really want to get rid of that. Does he let Shieldred die? He must have another Shieldred. That's the only reason I can imagine he does that. Everything gets exiled. It's so sad. Another Core Pilgrim. And the other Shieldred. Yeah, we don't need to stop on our upkeep. This is such a tough match. Such a tough match. He's gonna get so many cards back to his hand now, too, from the Lisa. I think. Maybe it's just a couple, maybe just Shieldred and the core. 4 cards. Nice. Yeah, my turn. Draw. Play that. That's the turn. Opponent's got 8 minutes left to play. We have 2 reflections, so we're gonna gain 6 life from making Work Chop. Work Chop. I don't know, I can't say Workshop. It's like a pork chop, Work Chop. Alright, sorry everybody, I can't finish the game. Not a big deal. Duty calls. Opponent gets the win. Really sad. Really sad, but oh well. GG's. Hello all. I really hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and got some good presents. I have to sincerely apologize for the end of that game. I do think we could have squeaked out the victory because we were stabilizing our life total, gaining a little bit more per turn. We're about to have 2 Kikijikis be triggering Workshop War Chief every turn. It was going to be nasty. Unfortunately, it was Christmas and things came up and I had to go. I wish I had more time in a day to dedicate specifically to this, but I just don't. It's more of a hobby, something I'm starting to do, and I enjoy doing it, and I want to be successful at it, but it's not something that I could just say, well, forget my real life obligations. I gotta stream right now, honey, or family, you know? So, yeah, a little bit of a disappointing end, but I do think that long game really showcased how good the deck was. Sucks to scoop up when you don't want to, but things happen, and I hope you appreciate the video anyways, or I hope you at least thought the deck was cool. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care.